Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode in this series on C programming. In this video, we'll be discussing while and do while loops in C. These are essential loops that you will need to master if you want to become proficient in C. We'll go over what they are, when to use them, and how to write them in your programs. So let's get started. A while loop is a control structure that allows you to repeat a block of code while a certain condition is true. The general syntax of a while loop is as follows. The condition is a Boolean expression that is evaluated before each iteration of the loop. The loop starts by checking the condition. If the condition is true, the code inside the loop is executed. Once the code is executed, the condition is checked again, and the loop continues until the condition is false. While loops are often used when you don't know how many times you need to repeat a block of code. For example, if you want to keep asking the user for input until they enter a valid value, you can use a while loop. Let us demonstrate a simple while loop program that counts from 1 to 10. In this program, we declare a variable count and initialize it to 1. The while loop is used to print the value of count from 1 to 10. The loop continues until count is no longer less than or equal to 10. The loop condition plays a crucial role in while loops. It determines whether the loop will continue or terminate. If the condition is true, the loop continues. If the condition is false, the loop terminates. Let's demonstrate a more complex program that uses a while loop to calculate the factorial of a number. In this program, we take input from the user and use a while loop to calculate the factorial of the number. The loop continues until I is no longer less than or equal to n. A do-while loop is similar to a while loop, but the code inside the loop is executed at least once, even if the condition is false. The general syntax of a do-while loop is as follows. The code inside the loop is executed first, and then the condition is evaluated. If the condition is true, the code inside the loop is executed again. This process continues until the condition becomes false. Do-while loops are often used when you want to execute a block of code at least once, regardless of whether the condition is true or false. For example, if you want to ask the user for input and then validate it, you can use a do-while loop. Let us write a simple do-while loop that asks the user for a number between 1 and 10. This program initializes the variable x to 1 and then prints the value of x to the screen using printf. The value of x is then incremented by 1 using the increment operator. This process is repeated until the value of x is greater than 10. Here is a more complex program that uses a do-while loop to calculate the sum of numbers entered by a user. The program prompts the user to enter a number and then adds that number to the variable sum. The loop continues to execute until the user enters 0, at which point the loop is terminated and the sum is printed to the screen. Remember to properly terminate a do-while loop in order to avoid an infinite loop. One way to terminate a do-while loop is to use a break statement to exit the loop. Another way is to ensure that the condition in the while statement eventually becomes false so that the loop will naturally terminate. The difference between a while loop and a do-while loop is that in a while loop, the code block is executed only if the condition is true. If the condition is false, the code block is skipped entirely. Whereas in a do-while loop, the code block is executed at least once before the condition is checked. That is it for this tutorial on while and do-while loops in C. We have covered what they are, when to use them, and how to write them in our programs. Now, it's time for you to practice using while and do-while loops in your own programs. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more tutorials like this. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.